What's up, guys? It's your boy, Dark Lucid. Now, today I want to do something a bit different in my channel. So, if y'all didn't know, I'm a Buddhist, and I wanted to kind of do a little, talk about stuff to, like, give basically some advice for y'all. So, I want to start off by saying that this video is gonna help you. So if you think about clicking off, you can. I'm not gonna force you to watch my video. If you want to click off this video, that's okay. Now, let me start it off. So, if y'all are wondering, y'all probably know my story. I've been dealing with negativity all my life, right? And today what I'm gonna do is I'm going to teach y'all some advice from Buddhism that y'all can use in your life. So, first thing first that I want to talk about is that is the yin and yang. So, y'all can see this yin yang. Look at it and tell me what y'all see. Now, I get asked a lot, what does the yin and yang mean? Let me answer that question for you. So, yin yang. So this white part is all positivity. All this part is all negativity. So, as y'all can see, the yin yang is balanced, right? But this is a thing. In this society, there is no balance in life. There is absolutely no balance in life. And that's why a lot of people suffer. So, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna give y'all some advice. Now, grab a drink, grab pen and paper if you want as I talk. First things first is, I want to bring up what causes stress and what causes anxiety, right? Now, the question is really simple. Anxiety is when you're very stressed out about something. For instance, a task at work or school, right? So, I'm gonna tell y'all what helps me when I go to school and stuff, and how I make it through the day. First things first. One thing you need to know about Buddhism is that all living things deserve to live, right? All beings deserve to live. Now, the thing about this is that when I say all living things, I'm talking about animals and everything in nature. Now, this is a thing that a lot of people say that is considered a bad thing, but I'm gonna correct this opinion that people have. People always tell you, worry about yourself, don't worry about others. I'm gonna tell you straight up, that's wrong, okay? In Buddhism, we're taught to have balance equally, in the yin and the yang. So, for example, if there are people that are suffering, what we do is we walk up to them and ask them, hey, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? Basically typical, because truth is we all get bullied, right? And we never know what someone's going through, which is why it's important to have inner peace and respect and kindness for everybody. Now, you're probably wondering, Dark Lucid, aren't you emo? The truth is I am still emo, but I've been practicing a lot of Buddhism, and I think I can teach y'all a couple of things. So let's start off with lesson 1. Now, one thing that you need to know is that in society nowadays, it's a bunch of cruelty, negative energy, right? Now, you're probably a very negative person like me, like, oh, the world is hell, oh, the world is this, oh, the world is that, right? I'm gonna tell you guys something. This is what y'all should take in. When I go to school, what I do is I go to the bathroom, okay? and I do my business. I get my pendant that I'm wearing. Y'all can see this pendant. I wrap around it like this and I pray. This is one way to help get through the day. So that's what I do. Another thing that I'm gonna teach y'all a quick breathing exercise. So when you're stressed or something, or you want to be at peace, you can do this. So you go like this, back, and you go. Now you can repeat that as many times as you want. For me, I repeat it 3 times, cycle. And another thing I say is sun is bright, grass is green. Now, a lot of people probably watch The Karate Kid, but I feel like a lot of people don't know the meaning behind that quote Mr. Miyagi said. He says, find balance in life, which is true. Balance is key to peacefulness and inner peace and clarity, which is why I'm talking to you guys today. So, let's say, for example, you're having a rough day, right? You're like, you just woke up, you're eating your breakfast, you're like, oh fuck, today's gonna be terrible, this, that. What I ask y'all to do is practice this. I want y'all to get up, do some meditation exercises, right? And this is what you're gonna do. You're going to go in your brain, think good intention. Like they say, think negative, negative happens. Think positive, positive happens. Which is what I want you guys to do. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all what I do. So, I told y'all I'm Buddhist. I told y'all I go to the bathroom, right? Every B day and every day before school starts, I always go to the bathroom. I take a shit and then I pray. Because this might sound weird, might sound stupid to some of y'all, might make y'all uncomfortable, but when I think of taking a shit or using the bathroom, I think of it like this. The shit that you have is all of the negativity. You let it out, right? And then when you flush it down the toilet, it cleanses. It disintegrates in thin air. Which is why I like going to the bathroom a lot. It's not because I meet up with people, but because it helps clear all the negative thoughts in my mind, right? And then afterwards, I chant Magara, which some of y'all might know, the Magara, Opare no Mehum, if y'all are Buddhist. It means, like, Dear Buddha, help me find inner peace, right? And you can use this in a lot of ways, right? Another thing is, this necklace I'm wearing is an obsidian necklace. Now, if y'all don't know what obsidian is said to cleanse anxiety, depression, all negativity that you have in your mind, right? So, for instance, let's say you have depression, right? Let's say you're depressed, someone broke up with you, or if things aren't going your way, right? What I do is I take a moment, like any moment. You can do it sitting down, laying down, whatever. But take a moment and think of how you could find inner peace. Another thing that I do is when I go to school, if you guys do something wrong, you always apologize. That's what good Buddhists do. Be like, I'm aware that what happened was wrong, because when you're angry, the anger is what tempts you and puts you in this side of the yin yang, the negativity. You can't let the negativity get to you. Instead, we need to know negativity is there, but it doesn't mean you always have to be negative all the time. This yin yang, imagine it going in circle, right? It goes on forever. So what happens is this side negativity, this side positivity. So when you're negative or other people are being negative, what I do is I ask them, what's troubling you? Like, like what's happening with your spirit, Because the thing is, the reason why we're always in bad moods, y'all, is because we're always with bad intention. That's not how you do it. Whenever I do something like basic hygiene, like going to shower, everything, I use good intention. Now, you can use Buddhism in everyday life. You can. Like when I take a shower, I take a spiritual shower. In other words, I breathe like this and that, right? And then I say the Magara Opare no Mehom, which is supposed to be the prayer to bring Buddha's positive energy towards you, which is why I'm always positive a lot in school. So, what I do is, but this is one thing a lot of people need to know. Just because you're wearing a pendant of Buddha doesn't necessarily mean that just this makes you spiritual. No. Spirituality comes from within. Within is the spirituality. And it's up to others to pick spirituality. Now, another thing is that if you're Christian, I respect that. But one thing that a lot of Christians say is that Buddha's a fake god. I'm gonna tell y'all something straight up. Buddha's not a fake god, okay? There's many different religions, and as a Christian, you need to learn to respect and not judge. Same thing with Buddhism. We learn not to judge people because of what they do. You could be gay, you could be lesbian, you could be whatever the fuck, right? I don't care. All I do is I make sure that I am spreading my positive energy towards other people, because positive energy could come in hand with a lot of things. So you're probably gonna ask me, Ace of Spades, Dark Lucid, how can I start praying to Buddha? Well, you see, it's really simple actually. All you gotta do is, first of all, you got to learn meditation, right? Learn Magara, read Vietnamese poems. That's what Buddhists do. They One thing I want to say is that not all Buddhists shave their head. Okay, you can be emo, you could be whatever the hell you want. Hell, you could be a furry and still be a Buddhist. It doesn't matter how you look. What matters is the way you believe it and take it in. You don't judge people by their looks. You judge people by their intentions and energy. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was in Spanish on A Day, right? I was in there. I felt this energy that was very negative, right? So I'm like, okay, something is off here, right? Because I can sense when negativity's around me. Like right now, I feel at peace, I feel safe, comfortable in my room talking to you guys, right? But when you're a Buddhist and you practice a lot, you can sense negativity. The thing is if you start being shy, or you start like, sighing or frown face, it doesn't mean you're depressed. It just means the negativity's getting to you. So here's what I did when I was there. Now, imagine you're in a stressful class, or if you're an adult, or if you work or something, right? I want y'all to picture this, right? So what you do, close your eyes, right? Follow me. I kept doing that over and over to help me with the anxiety, right? Now, another thing that I like to do, if you have a Buddha necklace or obsidian necklace, I clutch on it, right? And then to know that his energy is present. Buddha's energy is present. Now, I want to explain to y'all something. People always wonder, are billionaires happy? Does money buy happiness? The truth is, guys, money doesn't buy happiness. It only buys happiness physically, but mentality, I don't know. People are different, right? So here's what I believe. I believe millionaires, yes, they're privileged, but I believe that millionaires take that to advantage of that, and They don't realize the world around them. They're selfish, they're angry, disrespectful people. Now, I'm not saying all billionaires are, most of them are, which is why it's important to always meditate, okay? If you're a Christian, you can use Buddhist techniques too. I'm not asking you to become a Buddhist. I'm just giving you guys my perspective of things on how I take care of my negativity so I can help y'all out who are suffering. So, here's what I do is hold up. Now, some people believe that this artifact here that I'm holding in my palm, for some Christians, is witchcraft. The truth is yes and no. It is for witchcraft if you're a devil worshiper, if you use it the wrong way. There's a right way and wrong way to use a bowl. Like when you use a singing bowl, always have good intention. Have negative intention, negativity comes to you. Have positive intention, positivity comes to you. So here's what I do. I ring it, and then I slowly circle around. And as you hear the the sound of the bowl, what I do is Opare Om, which is a mantra in Buddhism. If you all are Buddhist, y'all know this. But for y'all non-Buddhist, what you do, you can even pray to Buddha with it, right? Like, just ring it one time like this. And then say, "Dear Buddha, I come to you in a humble matter," etc., right? As you do that, Buddha will hear you, right? This is like a Bible or holy water that connects you to Buddha. Now, like I said, if you are a very negative person, this will not work for you. Because if you use this, the witchcraft and devil, demons, all of that will come to you. Which is why it's best to cleanse your mind first. What I recommend for y'all who are new, there's this one app I have called Plum Village. I'll leave the link in the description of Plum Village. But essentially, it's a professional Zen master. Has virtual videos, courses. If you're from El Paso or anywhere and there's not a Buddhist temple, what you can do, you can study online. That's what I've been doing. Now, like I said, Buddhism is only for people who want to heal themselves. Actually, no, it's for everybody. But you always have to have good intention in everything. You can't do something if you have bad intention because, like I said, bad intention equals bad energy. Positive intention equals positive energy. Like I said, yin yang, balance. So, if y'all also want to know something, I keep showing y'all this yin yang. If y'all notice it, it actually is a stone. Now this stone here is actually a healing stone. So what you do, put this beside your window and then you put it here, put something on it to cleanse it. Don't put water on it cuz if you put water, it will mess up the thing. It's kind of like a dream catcher, but a Japanese version. I do have dream catchers in my room if y'all know. This is to cleanse all negative energy. So, if there's any negative entities or beings or anomalies trying to enter my room, they can't because I have a lot of spiritual barriers to protect me. And I have the singing bowl. So, yeah. Another thing that I want to talk about is, have y'all ever ate food and then you just eat it quick, right? Then it's like, okay, what did it taste like, right? If that's happening to you, it's not a bad thing, but it is showing a little bit of depression. What you do, there's this technique called eating meditation, which in other words, you slowly eat, right? And as you eat, you close your eyes, just using your 5 senses, your taste and your smell, 2 of those. Then you in your mind, this is what I want you guys to do. What am I eating right now? What does it taste like? How does it feel like, you know? And that's what I do. Now, sometimes I overeat a lot. Believe me, I do. Okay. I'm not saying that I'm fat or anything. I'm just saying I overeat. When you overeat, that means a lot of negativity is in you. But if you don't overeat, then that's good. But here's the thing that a lot of people mess up with. You like some people starve themselves. If you end up doing that, that's a bad thing. Like I said, yin yang, positive, negative. You have to balance it. Not only do you just balance yin yang, you balance everything in this world, everything in this life. And that's why it's important to know to what's the word? To reflect on a lot of things, right? Like here's a tip for you guys. Let's say you're going to shower, right? What you can do, you can incorporate Buddhism. But in your mind, it's all in the mind, guys. The mind's a powerful weapon. In your mind, you have to have positive intention, being like, I'm going to step in this shower, and as the water pours on me, all of the dirtiness is the negativity that is falling down. That's how I like to think of everything. I think of everything spiritually. Now, for some of y'all people who are going to roast me in the comments, all y'all haters being like, oh, you're crazy, oh, you're spiritual, believe what you want to believe. But when you're suffering, don't cry to me, okay? I did my best to help you, but if you're not willing to take my advice or help, then there's nothing I can do. I can't force you to do something you don't want to do, because that would be disrespectful to Buddha. So, that's what I want y'all to know. Now, another thing I like to do is I listen to white noise. So, when you can, turn off TV. If you have fans, turn those on, right? Here's another thing. When you're laying down or meditating, close your eyes and observe your room. Like, tell like yourself what you see. For example, oh, I see green grass. Oh, I see flowers. Oh, I see this, right? If you can do that, you can reflect, and then you could heal yourself. It really works. People might say I'm crazy or superstitious. It's not superstition. It works. The only way it doesn't work is if you don't try it. So for all of my followers who support me and love me and appreciate me for being emo, I ask y'all to try this out for y'all. Let me know in the comments what it's done for y'all. And before I wrap it up, I ask that y'all can be in peace, clarity, and respect.